Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? Listen, if you haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, please do so, okay? All the information you're going to need is in the description box below. And if you would like to contribute anything to our newsletter, anything at all, okay? Like if you're a vet or a first responder, okay, and you want to contribute like your picture and your story, if you have a pet, okay, that you want highlighted, if you want to send in a blog for the newsletter, please do. Your recipes, okay, I'll put them all in the newsletter for you, okay? So grab your coffee. You're definitely gonna need chocolate, not just a snick snack, because this one, mud on when I tell you, okay? So this subscriber, she got a hold of me and she's just like, I know where all the ball jars are going and out-of-date bacon keeps being delivered. All right, you got my attention. So she's like, a few weeks ago, I noticed at my small boutique grocery store that all the bacon in the large packages weren't in stock. No problem, I'd already purchased ahead. However, as it is a staple in my home, the next week I asked about it. Turns out the distribution company sent outdated packages of bacon, so they sent them back. Not once, but several times over the last 3 weeks. And this week, I checked and still no large packages of bacon. Looks terminal, but I have a backup with a farm coop that I belong to that also has meat. Plan B engaged. Plan C. A friend who has healed serious health issues with organic food. Sorry, that was my husband. So she said, a friend who has healed serious health issues with organic food said she can't afford the local sourced bacon, so she is now buying pork belly. Pork belly is essentially bacon that hasn't been cured and flavored. And at my trip to Costco last week to pick up meat for canning, I also picked up a package of pork belly to try it for myself. And I gave up trying to cut the slices thinner as I want to keep all of my digits. Instead, I cut the pieces into 1/2 inch to 1 inch pieces, salted and pan fried them, and yum, I can live with this, and at $4.99 a pound, I might end up being an affordable way to still have bacon. I've never tried that. I'm going to have to, okay. I'm going to have to try that. She said, local son-in-law says our local Asian restaurants are masters at using pork belly, but they flavor it, mostly with teriyaki. Huh. If you haven't tried it, I suggest doing a taste test. Always good to have a plan B, C, and D. Yeah, no kidding, because I've never once even thought about buying pork belly, and I always see it in the grocery stores, always, and I've never once even thought about buying it, never once, and now I think I will. So thank you for that suggestion. Yeah, seriously. So now on to this. She said, I found a couple of cases of 1/2 gallon ball jars. You know how hard those are to come by around here, and I love those darn things. In the last 2 weeks at a local Meijer, she said, score. And then hubby and I had happened to be at Maynard's. Is it Maynard's or Menard's? The other evening near closing time. In the aisle, ready to stock, were cases of pint ball jars. I exclaimed excitedly, look! She's like, look! Somehow my husband wasn't excited as I was. How dare he not be excited? Shame on him. Menards is Southeast Michigan, has the best prices on jars, so I bought a few cases. The next morning, I went back for a few more, and they were really well stocked. And I mentioned as much to the employee to that department. He said, well, you know who's really buying up the jars, don't you? And in my mind, I was saying, me, preppers like me. He said, the dispensaries, as in, oh no, sellers of the devil's lettuce. That's my words, not hers. Stop. Shush. So in Michigan, you can buy it legally. Oh, okay. He went on to say he had one seller buy almost a full pallet of jars not too long ago. So if you have a dispensary in your area, it turns out ball jars are a perfect jar to store that product in. Yeah, we do. I think. I'm pretty sure we do here. Like you said in your video, I don't have enough preps. I feel the same way. How many of us are going to feel the need to give some to our clueless friends? Yeah. You know, I've received several emails over the past few days regarding this subject. And this is going to be a personal issue with each and every one of us. And it's, you know, going to be up to every single one of us to either say yay or nay, to either open the door or keep the door shut. You know, so it's not my call to say, keep the door shut, open it, feed them, don't feed them, you know. She said, I know one neighbor works in a business I might need help getting into someday. Would I share food or toilet paper in a trade? Well, see, that's the thing. If it's for a bartering scenario, then yeah, you know, that I think would be the ultimate thing. You know, if he's or he or she, your neighbor, is willing to barter, then I would say, yeah, absolutely. And then she said, you bet. What if my oldest child finally sees the writing on the wall and moves home from where she lives outside the U.S.? Will I have enough to feed her and her husband? Keep prepping. I think we will find it will be needed one way or another. Yeah, exactly. You know, I did say that I don't feel that I have enough. Not after knowing and finding out what I found out about, you know, that this country is literally, you know, when they're starting to use the word famine, okay, excuse me, but, and like I said in that video, you know, have you ever heard of the term 7-year famine and had a discussion about the 7-year famine? You know, that is something that's very realistic and something that very well can happen. And I think that that is something that we should all, you know, aim towards for prepping wise, you know, when it comes to food and supplies and whatnot. You know, am I anywhere close to 7 years in my preps? No. No. You know, now that we've taken on 2 more kids, you know, to raise, no. So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm scared. Am I worried? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am. But it's only because, you know, we have 2 children now, you know, 7 and 12. And it's not something that's, you know, easy to handle, you know, especially with one who has dietary needs. You know what I mean? So, this there's, you know, obviously links, okay, that are in the description box below, okay, talking about food, okay. These links are extremely important, I feel. They were sent to me by a subscriber. One's about cheese and Dutch dairy farmers. One is about the cereal Lucky Charms. One is about sanctions, and the other one is about American Airlines, okay? So you definitely want to go to the description box below, as always, okay? Now, this email came in from a subscriber who, you know that she lives in Prague, okay, which is in the Czech Republic. She said, so I read something in our news today, and it was in the local news, and I am a translator here by profession, but I'm on maternity leave. Things are heating up here as the Czech defense minister has approved for U.S. military to use 2 bases here to support NATO in the eastern flank, but also to allow added protection to Czech Republic. Additionally, news is slowly moving west from you that the eastern countries of NATO and those who are hosting too many refugees should prepare for the same fate as you. Polish news has stated that the government has given advice on how to prepare to shelter in place and how to prepare a bug out bag and how to flee if necessary. Now, raise your hand, okay, if you have a bug out bag already for you, your family members, even your pets. Okay. Now, do you season your bug out bags? And by season, I mean per season. Summer, winter, fall, spring. Okay. Not just that, because do you put food like rations, MREs, or anything like that in your bug out bags? Okay. Do you season them? Okay, because you don't want to be having winter clothes in your bug out bag when it's July. Okay, so obviously you season your bug out bags, yes? Okay, so that's one thing that you want to do is you want to keep up on your bug out bags and make sure they are seasoned to your climate on where you live and whatnot, right on? Okay, so she also said, pretty sure this is the same information that will be handed out here in the next week or so. Our building has air filtration vents built in. We have already closed them and covered them and are just cracking the windows manually to try and add some pre-prepping because my security gland is throbbing. That something is coming. Sorry. Don't worry about me. I got instant soups and canned and dried foods and Twinkies. I'll be fine. Oh, and can't forget the coffee. Too many children to be without it. Well, if you need me, you know I'm here. Okay. But yeah, I am worried about you. But you know. But if you need me, I'm here. You know, I'm here to talk. I know we can't speak on the phone because you know you're in a different country, but I'm always here to talk to you via email. Okay, so that's just a heads up of what's coming out of Prague. Okay, so now you know that other countries are informing their citizens to have bug out bags now. Didn't they do that here? Or am I mistaken? I don't know now. I don't remember. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Huh. Commercial break. Okay, before I go, this email was sent to me. She said, this is what's happening at my store that I work at in Oregon. She said, I work at a mom and pop's convenience store. A customer came in looking for grandma's oatmeal cookies. Oh, I love those cookies. Man, are they good. She said, I asked the vendor if we could get some, and he told me they have not been able to get any because the manufacturer is not able to get oatmeal. Okay, so red flag number one, okay? If you can get your hands on oatmeal, stock up on oatmeal, okay? She said, this is the first I've heard of a manufacturer not being able to purchase an ingredient. Umpqua, and that's UMPQUA, delivers our milk. The past month, I have noticed we are not getting all of our order. A week ago, we only received 1/2 gallon of 2% milk. The past month, sometimes we won't get certain types of 1 pints of milk. It's either homogenized or 2%. That we don't get delivered. Seems to me shortages are catching up with the plastic and cardboard we put milk in. Beer companies, we are not getting all of our orders that use 16-ounce size cans they use for 6-packs. God bless you. The 24-ounce cans we have been getting, God bless you, enough to replace the empty spots in the coolers. Then the past couple of weeks, we are not getting as many 12-pack bottles. Looks like aluminum shortages going on for several months. Now might be glass. Okay, so now we're seeing a glass shortage. All right. Now, soda companies, we're not getting all of our flavors. Some weeks we're out of diet soda. Other weeks we're out of other varieties in 1-liter bottles. Gallons of water. We just recently had 2 weeks in increments where we didn't get any delivered. My boss, to help cut costs, will go to the local grocery store called Winco. He has had to increase prices on products in the past 6 weeks when he gets back from the store. I have been checking the Best Buy dates since I have to price them, and noticed most of what he has been purchasing have those Best Buy dates anywhere between 3 to 6 months out. All right, guys, that's all for this video. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fearless.